Welcome to Little Creek Bee Ranch. Today we're going to do a little bit of a lesson on setting up some frames. I've had a number of people ask me, how do you do fishing line? So with our new chest-mounted Gear Pro camera, here we go. We're going to try this out, see if this will work. I got hands-free. That's cool. No iPad. That's what we're after. So we have our frame. We've got our tools. We've got our little bucket of 5/8 nails. Fishing line is what we're going to use. It's a 15-pound test from Walmart. It's 500 yards in a roll. Really cheap. People say, why do you use fishing line? It's cheap. It's easy to use. You can find it easily. You can cut through it with a knife when you have a queen cell. Not a problem. Very simple. Don't like using traditional wires. So, first step, we're going to use a we call ice pick and open up the holes. Right there, and we're going to open up that hole right there. They get a little bit clogged, and we're going to open up this hole and this hole. Really, actually, it's going to be two because we're not going to do a full sheet of foundation. We'll do two. I got 5 of these to do today, but we'll do 2 of them and show you how we set up. Okay, so there's a couple of nails, and we'll put them, you can see, right over this hole, halfway in. And the next, and we'll do it about right there, because we're doing not a full sheet of wax, just like a 3/4 sheet. Okay. Fishing line gets so fast where you can do about 10 of these in less than 40 minutes. We're going to do 2 X's, an X on this side, turn it over, put the wax in, do an X on the other side. So if you can see, it goes right there, and the whole fluorescent lights help you see the fishing line a lot better. I got to do this in the kitchen because I can't see back out in the shop. The lighting's terrible. Trying to find the little hole. There it is. Whoops. This is non-traditional. You know, we don't do things traditionally. There's the hole. Okay, we come up and over the side. Once around, twice around, 3, 4, 5. Hold it down with a nail and a hammer. Clip it in the trash. Now it's just wrapped around that nail head and it'll stay down. And I'm just giving it a little tug. Nothing super tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down. Make sure you clip the tail. Just, with dikes, whatever. So now the wax is going to rest right there. So what we're going to do, we need 5 nails. Let's see, 4 or 5. Because we're going to do our wedge. Watch this. So now, let me slow down here. So we had it this way, and 2 nails in, right? And then we turn it over. Now 2 nails are going to go right there. And that's what we do right there. Okay, then we're going to go over here to our wax bucket, our wax, box. Lift a piece of wax out. That's nice. Sit back down. Okay, now I want my fishing line over here. Okay. In here, now the wax has got to be laid down first, and then you thread it through. Oops, and I'm skipping this hole, going to this hole. This is like a 3/4 sheet. Here's a tip. I'll give you a tip. You can order Brood Foundation wireless, no wires. That's medium thick. and cut it down to what you want, shallows or medium size. This is for a medium size frame, but it works for a brood frame, so I get double the distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, I felt that coming. Done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it down. Okay. Ta-da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. You'll get so good at this, you close your eyes almost and do it. Okay, so the wax seats. Now let me give you a tip. These pieces of wood right here for cleats. We don't have cleats for all the frames, but this piece of wood, it fits just fine. It came from the rabbet that we cut on a bunch of brood boxes. 3/8 material. We don't router that out. We like to go ahead and cut it out because we can use it in so many different applications, and here is one of them. They're also used on the brood box as the rim to get 3/8 height, or on the bottom boards. Okay, now right there, and I'm going to space it out, and I'm going to pinch it in. Tap it down. See, now here's a tip. My thumb is pushing this away, not down. That gap in there, we don't want a very big gap. The beetles and mites and garbage hide out down there, so we want to push in. We're pushing this away to take up space. Just tapping down. And then we push in again. Whoops. The nail messes up. Good enough. Okay, now you look at that and go, well, that's pretty slick. But there's a problem. When you go and put these in with the heat, you would think that this cleat or wedge is pinched in hard enough and hold that sheet up. Because it's not a full sheet, it's not resting down in here, it has a tendency to fall. So to avoid this problem of falling foundation, I'll turn it over. We're going to go over here to our hot wax pot, and we're going to test the temperature. Here's our hot wax pot. The temperature says 218, so that's plenty hot. That's what a thermometer gun from, I don't know, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, temperature shooting gun. This is a hot wax fastener tube. Has a little tiny, well, that doesn't work. Has a little tiny hole here, and then an air hole right here. So we're going to warm it up, and we're going to suck up some wax, and we're going to run a bead down both sides, and that will help keep that wax or foundation from falling out. Let's see if we can get it hot. It's got to warm up. Yeah, this is the stuff you don't get to see in beekeeping. How guys and gals do their foundations and frames, that's what I'm saying. How they set their frames up. There we go. See, we got to let heat goes up and down. Put my finger over it. Okay. Now, and I have a pan right here that's covered in Crisco. I hope you can see that. And I'll just let that kind of, this is an aluminum pan, it's just covered in Crisco. It allows see that wax, and it just comes up real easy. That's nice, like that. It doesn't take very long to cool down. Okay, thumb goes over the white hole. Here comes the hot wax. Right in there. That's good. And I'm going to let the wax drain out of the tube. I don't want to let the tube just sit there. I let it sit in the bucket one day, and the tube came right off the handle. It got so hot, it just came apart. This is just a wood handle. So I'm going to set it back over to the side. Okay, so what we have done is we've put in hot wax to really lock in that foundation. And I know a lot of people, they probably don't go to the trouble to do that. And then they come back into the hive and they find messed up foundation and they wonder how it got that way. That's how it gets that way. So we'll just set it. Let's just set it there. Okay, let's do another one. Oops. Okay, here we go. Start with my ice pick. Open some holes. Open some holes. Didn't take very long to do this. It's easier. I think this is such a better idea. I just think this is such a better way of doing foundation. When you run out of bee wire, you got to go back to the bee supply house. You order it. It's just frustrating. Or some buy it from somebody. Fishing line, I can hit on my grocery trip to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So much easier. Okay, actually, we're gonna get this messed up. Start over on this side. My bad. I always start with the cleat side down. This is the cleat side. It's cleat side down. It's alright. Cleat side down. Hope everybody's bee year's going good. In May we were going to make canoes and start floating hives on the river or something. That's craziness. We're behind, but whatever. We'll do the best we can. Thread it in. And it goes up and around and back in the other hole and then back down. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo. Yeah, hold it down. There it is. Clip the tail. Okay. A little bit of a tighten it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No need for heat. You don't got to melt them in. You don't have to have a board to stretch it. You don't, nothing. This is so much easier. Okay, now you understand this is temporary anyway. All we want is the foundation to stay straight. And once the bees get it all connected, well, we're done, okay? You got a queen cell, you can just cut right through that when you got a queen cell. I reach over to my my box, grab a piece of foundation. This is foundation that we press on our own. We order in a big box of wax pearls, very, very clean. And we have our own press, and we press our own. It's pretty thick, you know. I don't know. I like the thickness. It's probably thicker than what you would buy on the market, but that's good. I like that. Okay. And let's see. Seeing the fishing line is. I guess you could do colors, red or green line, so you could see it, whatever. I don't think the bees care. And there. And we go over there. Not a problem. Let's see, finding the hole is the hardest. What are they looking around? See, I put my foundation in and then I do my second X. Now you got to go through the hole on the inside, okay? You can't just come to the top. It won't work. It won't hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around. Pinch it down. When you're doing nails, when you're nailing a plastic table, come close to the edge. You don't get so much bouncing. This is our bee table, work table. Nothing fancy. And then we're going to pull it kind of tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, so now the wax is going to be straight. Now bees, you have to know something. When these frames are all set up, you'll come back and you'll find little bits of wax eaten. Bees harvest and move wax around like furniture. They're going to do what they want, okay? So don't panic when you see weird things going on with the foundation. We just want it to stay straight. Because if it wasn't straight, starts to bow, then they're going to carry that pattern out from frame to frame, and now you got an issue. So being straight in the brood frame is very, very important. You don't want a dadgum mess. You just don't want a mess. Okay, so these are 5/8 nails. These are also little special bee nails. I've looked and looked. I cannot find these little 5/8 nails at Lowe's or Home Depot or anywhere. They're, again, what I call a grudge purchase. You got to order them from a bee supply house. Or maybe you have a special supplier. I don't know. I order them by the bunches. And I will come in from the end of the cleat about 1.5 inches or 2 inches, so I'm not so tight on the end. Okay, let's go here. We'll space it out in the middle, just kind of even the gaps. Not a problem. Make sure your foundation's down. Not a problem. Not a problem. That's it. But that's where people stop. They don't. Nobody's ever told them to seal this in. Not all of them will fall out, but enough will, and they'll just slip, pump. But the reason we do this is when you give them a full foundation, they're going to carve out this bottom anyway. We'll let them pull that on down as they want, and they're going to carve and eat, and they're going to do their thing. This just gets them started. But the problem is, it doesn't want to stay up in this wedge. So we have to come to our pot of wax again. Yeah, there it is. Okay, thumb over the hole. Here comes the wax. Well, right on down there. Oh yeah, that's good enough to do the job. Let it cool for a second. Just let it cool. Not a problem. Right down there. Put the wax just right on that corner. Just let it kind of roll down there. Okay. You blow it if you want to, whatever. And we do this to all the frames. And if they're a full sheet of foundation all the way, well, then we don't do it, see? But if it's a half sheet or 3/4, then yeah, we will do that. Okay. And then we'll come right here. Whoa. Okay. And I'll let the wax come out of this. I don't want to leave the tube sitting in there. It's okay. Give it a shake. I don't want it too hot. Alright, over there, turn the heat down a smidge. By this time it ought to be, see that? So come back to the light. Now we're all sealed in. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it ain't going nowhere. Good deal. That's how I like to set them up. Okay, so even on the medium frames we'll do that. Fishing line. On the shallows, no, we don't do any fishing line. Don't need to. We'll just do a sheet of foundation, not a problem. You can if you want to. It's just extra. It's not needed. And you got to hold up in a span, medium. But fishing line is temporary anyway. It's cheap. It's easy. It's part of our sustainability program. And you can cut right through it when you got a queen cell. And we got 3 or 4 more to do. But that's how you do fishing line on a brood frame. Ta-da! Hey, I hope that helps somebody. Have an awesome day.